However, some analysts and pundits will also take the president serious for his present actions, because he will not sit back and watch an NPC being eroded with some measure of kleptomania. And NNPCL has been a problem area for some time, but I think the president is taking steps to alleviate such problems in the present time.
This is business landscape.
President Bola Tinubu has signed an executive order suspending the collection of management and frontier exploration fees by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, and directing full remittance of oil and gas revenues to the Federation account. Now, the directive was disclosed on Wednesday in a statement by Mohammed Manga, Director of Information and Public Relations at the Federal Ministry of Finance. Now, according to the ministry, the move seeks to align revenue flows with constitutional provisions, curb leakages, and strengthen fiscal transparency. The action follows concerns over declining inflows into the Federation account despite improved production and favorable market conditions. This is quite a bold step, even though some analysts would say this should have happened 10 years back. But do you think this would give rise to an increase in FAC allocations?
Yeah. From the onset, we know very well that the president meant well, and he still means well. Although there are speculations that all are being done to mop up fund for future elections. That is almost around the corner. However, some analysts and pundits will also take the president serious for his present actions, because he will not sit back and watch an NPC being eroded with some measure of kleptomania. NNPCL has been a problem area for some time, but I think the president is taking steps to alleviate such problems in the present time. And given the fact that it won't be long now, the election will kick off. So you want to launder some aspects of the economy, so that at least to give himself a boost for the next years.
Another question. We've seen since the past administration and some other administrations, this particular oil sector, it has always been under the supervision of the president. We have a minister of state for that, but it has always been under a president. Why do you think, is it that there's no one capable or competent enough to manage that sector?
Anyway, from my own point of view, it looks like it has become a bandwagon. People want to emulate what others have done that did not even give them any or fetch them any criticism. But however, the president did that not because ordinarily he wants to be the oil minister, like others have done. But Nigerian factor has a role there, because they may feel that oil being the monolistic source of our income of the Nigerian economy. So nobody, no meaningful president will want to leave it, in the hands of unsuspected, businessmen or even employees of that company, NNPC. So he decides to, take the bull by the horn, and he has a reason for that. And we can see that some of those reasons are playing out. That's why he decided to keep it to himself, so as to monitor whatever results that may come out of it. Because if it falls, the blame will go to him. And if it succeeds, he will also earn the respect. So I think on the other side, he wants the respect. And he's gunning for second term, and he wouldn't want anything to really come in between his choice of taking the second step into governance.
All right. So, do you think that this remittance will increase the federal and state allocations and also give us a better projection of our budget?
Yeah, definitely it will. Because speaking from the hand side, we've seen state governors applauding the step he took over the withdrawal of subsidy and giving him, scorecards that I think that step, similar step, the president has taken, that states are now receiving more allocation. Both security votes and all that, all of them are on the increase. And although we may say that this is from the governors, we might not have heard from the people, the public, on what steps that step he has taken, whether it is very progressive or on the other side, because the governors alone cannot give credence to what the president has done, because you can say they are on the same ship. But when other people who are also stakeholders now give the same credence that the governor, then we cannot say that, yes, the president is doing well. So we wait until we hear from the public on what the policy shift of the economy has been. And because they are the people, the end users, they are the people who are beneficiary of that policy. But the governors alone cannot really give us a view of the success that is recorded. Let the public also make their contribution. And then we cannot judge what that policy is all about.
So what accountability mechanisms do you think must follow this directive? Because it's one thing to give a directive that all remittances should be directed to their federation account, but what mechanisms can be installed to ensure this directive is followed?
Yeah, certainty. I think it gives us that confidence. Because when the president himself, who wants to succeed and who wants to play a bigger role in the economy, being a strategist, as we know him and people have applauded, it is better for him to regulate it and tell us exactly, this is why I did what I did. But without even waiting for him to tell us, we can feel it from, the states, what they are up to now. All of them, either they used to complain about physical, management and, downturn. But I don't think in the past months now, none of them is complaining. And instead, they have hit the ground running with whatever they are receiving from the federal allocation. And all these things were something the president targeted when he wanted to take up the responsibility to be the oil minister. And think it's yielding dividends, although we cannot say from our standpoint. But from what the governors are saying, we can't just, ignore whatever they are telling us, because they are the ones representing us. And after the president, the governors. So they are the immediate constituents for which we will know about the economy, the outcome. And if they are giving us reports, and we don't need to argue, we only need to wait and see what it's like about, what everything is about, whether the president has done well by such policy, handling himself and playing the bigger role, unlike other, his predecessors. But in his own case, it's a different ball game. I think he's doing well with that policy.
Finally, if I must ask you, there have been different people, some positive, some negative, about the sale of NNPCL and our assets. What do you think about it? Even though Julari at one point said, let's sell these assets. What do you think?
Yeah, the selling of NNPC, I think from the beginning, people have always said, especially economists, they make reference to nations that are progressive, that government has no business, those acquiring some notable assets. Well, what the government needs is to set, goals, and now employ people who will supervise the assets that have been sold to people, to know whether it will give us a better opportunity for the economy to grow, or if there's need to restrain or call back that policy because it is not giving us our expected goal. So that is what I think it's all about. He is doing all what he's doing to succeed, and giving it out to individuals or other people who can manage it well. And then the government can now supervise, monitor the progress, and know whether it is incumbent on the nation to benefit from the sale of those assets. But if it is not, I think there's no hard and fast rule. He will just restrict or call back and dissolve that policy for better use.
What about states managing some of these assets, acquiring and managing these assets? Do you think if the subnationals, were the ones managing it, it will fare better?
I may not think so, because you can only advocate on something you are, you are professional about. You can say much about. Those experts, we call them experts. We don't know their intentions, but you can trust yourself. But somebody you are giving out your assets to handle, who claim to be an expert, whereas underneath, he has ulterior motive, and it may really deal much blow on the economy. The president will not sit back and watch those things to happen, whereas he has a better option. But whereby some bravery is displayed by, okay, let us just give them a little time, and before we now know whether it is beneficial or not. In that sense, I think it affords us a better opportunity to say, let's give them a trial, because you can't be doing the same thing and expecting a different result. We have been dealing with managing it ourselves. But I think innovations suggest that try other people. It may be better, to have it in that direction than to continue to arrogate the power to administrate or to handle the situation on ourselves. Whereas in the past, it has not given us any leeway, to economic development and progress.